Chapter 16. Can you forget me? Ava leaned back against the fitting room wall, scrolling through the messages Autumn and Lena had dropped in their group chat. Outside, the clerks' voices carried lavish compliments directed at Grace Hart. Ava typed her reply with an expression of cool disinterest. So, what if Grace looked beautiful? She was only dressing up to lose face at her engagement banquet. Her palm cupped her cheek as she rubbed the sore muscle, memories pulling her back to her very first time with Adrian. She had seduced him deliberately, and he hadn't resisted for long. Their beginning hadn't exactly been pleasant, but in those days Adrian had spoiled her fiercely, never allowing her the slightest grievance, even when the fault was his own. He poured that extraordinary, razor-sharp mind into learning anything that might make her happy. Later, his methods had grown bolder. Ava idly wondered if Grace, so prim and proper, had ever played with him the way she once had. If your ex-husband came crawling back, would you take him? Ava tapped her finger against the message, lips curving in a smile. The answer was no. She never doubled back, and even if she did, Adrian Pierce was a kind of old flame too dangerous to touch. The only reason she could circle close to him now was that he still nursed resentment over her leaving. He wanted to claw back dignity in front of her, nothing more than youthful obsession. But once he regained clarity and turned to revenge, she wouldn't survive it. I'm not starved for men. Why would I chew on old grass like that? Her reply had Autumn and Lena spamming laughter. Moments later, Adrian walked in with another suit in hand, his gaze cutting toward her, icy and sharp. Ava slipped her phone away and slid into his arm, leaning her whole upper body against him. Adrian, Grace didn't notice anything unusual, did she? She looked like a flower bending to the wind. Never resentful, only worried about his situation. 6 years abroad, and this is all you learned? His brows furrowed. Ava blinked innocently. But Adrian, you're the one who taught me these things. Did you forget? If you keep this up, don't blame me for being harsh. She had heard that threat 100 times. At least for now, she knew he wouldn't actually hurt her. Adrian, no matter how harsh you are, I'll take it. She laughed softly, pressing a kiss to his cheek and leaving a faint mark of lipstick, her words brimming with suggestion. I'm going back to work. Adrian shook her off, teeth gritted. Then I'll keep you company. You used to love having me by your side when you worked. Enough, Ava. This isn't 6 years ago, and you're not my girlfriend. His voice was hard, threaded with anger. Ava gave a soft "oh," watching the fury spark in his eyes. She nearly burst out laughing. To get the iceberg Adrian Pierce this riled. Now that was an achievement. In the end, she got what she wanted. A seat in Adrian's car, headed to Pierce Group. But once there, he went into a meeting, leaving her free to charm the secretaries. She sat in Ms. Ray's chair, surrounded by beautiful women eager to gossip about the company. Their faces were stunning, each one better than the last. So Adrian claimed he wasn't into women, yet every secretary he hired looked like a supermodel. Hypocrite. Ava, when's your next performance? I couldn't get tickets last time. I thought I'd die of heartbreak. A striking secretary clasped Ava's hand, pouting in mock complaint. Ava's heart softened instantly. She silently cursed the small theater for selling so few tickets. How could a girl this pretty miss out? She promised the best seats next time. The secretary beamed, and soon the others clamored for the same. Basking in their attention, Ava felt like an emperor surrounded by adoring consorts. I'll make a group chat, she said brightly. Next time, I'll let you all know. I'll get the tickets for whoever can come. Cheers of agreement followed, and as the chat lit up on her phone, she mentally checked off another intelligence network added to her arsenal. When Adrian returned from his meeting, Ava waved goodbye to the women and slipped into his office after him. Moments later, Ms. Ray came back with files, frowning. Why are you all sitting at my desk? Just bonding with Ava, one answered cheerfully. Ava? Ms. Ray raised a brow toward the closed office door. You all just met her. Doesn't matter, we're already close. They bobbed their heads like eager birds. Ms. Ray sighed. Clearly they'd been bewitched, just like Adrian's assistant. Adrian, when are you off work? Ava lounged in his chair, legs crossed, watching him sift through documents. My gown was delivered home already. When you pick Grace up later, you can drop me off too. Don't have time. He didn't look up. Then I'll just have Grace pick me up? His hand froze mid-page. Black eyes lifted, hard. What are you trying to pull? Ava leaned back, smiling. I just want you to take me home. Hands. Off. His gaze cut to her fingers resting lightly over his hand. She tilted her head toward the setting sun, its orange glow spilling through the window to paint her cheek. She smiled faintly, locking her gaze with his. Adrian, you can't let go of me, can you? She turned his hand palm up, holding it gently. I'm barely holding on. You could easily pull away. Her tone was soft, yet full of quiet triumph. A second later, Adrian yanked his hand back, his face iced over, shadowed with fury. To Ava, it looked like anger born from having his real feelings exposed. Adrian, are you really going to marry Grace? Can you forget me? She caught his hand again, her voice low and coaxing. As long as you don't marry her, I'll always be yours. But if you do, then I'll be nothing more than your sister-in-law. I'll marry another man, sleep beside him, bear his children. Her beautiful eyes trembled, the words spilling like reluctant surrender.